Ah, as you gather, I've had bother. I didn't know how to get it to work. Anyway, I'm sitting in the backyard and got my glasses on. V plays Happy Birthday. Thank you for making this amazing video. Oh, my friend Don Walk Scotland. Are you having technical problems? You bloody well bet your life I'm having technical problems. I always have technical problems. I've got one of these Alexias in the house. I can't get it to work. Jody, happy birthday. Juvenile, welcome to live. Learn more. I will learn more. Oh, loads of happy birthdays. Cloud SPL. Michael Daly, thanks for the laughs. And Michelle Peter. I'm not the greatest reader. Aaron Kerr AM. Happy birthday, Mike. Hope you're getting spoilt. What, me? No chance. George likes dogs. Hey, so do I. Let's see what's there. Happy birthday, boy. Loads of happy birthdays. Hold on, come to say hi. Who is it? The Ultra Hermit. I thought I was a bit of a hermit. Salem Johansson, all the way from Sweden. Happy birthday. I like your Trangia gear. Uh, I don't care. Hope you're having a great day. Some of the names I can't even read. Laura G, happy birthday, Mike. Spook, I like that. That's a nice name. Happy birthday. Enjoy the IPA. That's no IPA. That's Iron Brew, Scotland's other national drink. Mm. Ah. Oh, somebody from Poland. Happy birthday, Joe and Grant. Grant M. Golf. And Anne Michelle Padron for Canada. Somebody for Spain. Oh, Bosnia. Keep your head down, mate. The good stuff, Laura Brown. No, that's another bottle of good stuff. Hello from Norway. Hello, Norway. Uh, oh God, happy birthday, set me. Hello from Poland. I had a lot of Polish friends. I used to work with Polish chappies when I was in the forestry back in 1973. D Fluke, happy birthday. Finn, happy birthday. Leila, uh, happy birthday. Jake Harrison, happy birthday. Homburger, he's for Doncaster. Oh, somebody for Greece, Athens, Australia. Oh, of course, my stuff was folk in Australia liked it. I'd really like to go to Australia one day. I think I'm a wee bit too old for it. Uh, Someday, the devil daughter. Happy birthday! You look amazing. Happy, stay with us. Maggie 123 from Canada. Happy birthday. Hoover. Amelia Hemmings. That's a lovely name. Cheshire. Lovely place to live. Holland, of course. Oh my. Okay, Ivan, stop taking them back. I don't look any good in these glasses. I need them. He's Jack Finnegan from Australia. Happy birthday for Denmark, aka Gamer. Matthew Rush, happy birthday from Little off Rutland. Ah, How's the weather? Brilliant. Modi, happy birthday. Bashka Zarudinkofa. Hey, that's a mouthful. Somebody for Gabo 144 from Italy. Prague. What's your favourite place to travel to? Eh, there's a lovely distillery outside Tain called Glenmorangie. I like to travel there. Somebody for Turkey and Sweden again. Norway. Paul Davison. I talked to Paul quite a bit. I'll see you on. Catherine Litton, happy birthday. Stacey Campbell, happy birthday from San Diego. Another one out from Bosnia. Uh, keep doing the videos. Too true, I'll keep doing. Jess, happy birthday. Oh, Knight Rider. I used to watch that. This guy's for Yorkshire. Kaza Kaspar from Estonia. The Baltic. John Lowe. B. Zapan from Slovenia. Emma Sophie Auguston, happy birthday. I don't know where you're from, it's a lovely name. Anne Stark from Germany. Mankusha from UAE, what's that? Arab Emirate. Knight Rider, he's in again. Yorkshire. Rosetta, happy birthday. Thanks for wishing me the best. Duquette BG from the US of A. And Jess W from the US of A. Well, Roberts, do you speak any other languages apart from English? I thought you lot were saying I didn't even speak English. The language in my house was ancient Scots Lowlands. And part of my work was languages, but I'm trying to forget about my work. I've been retired for 10 years. How old was I when I realised I liked camping? Oh, I don't know. I'd be about 9 year old when I used to sneak out the house at night and go for walks up the Pentlands. And my dad gave me an ordnance survey map he got for one of his mates, just to make sure I could find my way back. I first went camping in the Duke of Edinburgh's Award. I did all places like Glencoe and beautiful things like that. Went climbing. Berg, Henson, Borgen. Hiya, mate. Are you drinking whiskey or beer or both? No, this is Talisker for the Isle of Skye, 43%. And this is Scotland's other national drink, Iron Brew, non-alcoholic. It's a hangover cure. Will Roberts, it's important to keep small languages alive. Aye, it was amazing. When my aunt Rita Margaret was passing over, she completely went back to speaking Lowlands. That's Old Scots, a border version. And it was amazing how I managed to slip back into it when I was talking to her. I don't think you ever forget it. I don't think you ever forget your native tongue. But I moved about Scotland a bit and I can get by in Doric for Aberdeen, Michty Queens. I knew a nice wee coiny up there. That is a young lady. Uh, Wouldn't L for you from Germany? Javelin games. Happy birthday, dude. Oh, I'm a dude. Somebody from Puerto Rico? Uh, somebody born in Aberdeen. The Granite City. Many's a great day up there. Beach ballroom and a few other places. I I was up there in the 60s, used to go up there every 6 months to work. And there were three young ladies to one bloke. It was a great place to be when you were a young man. Oh, I believe it's different now. Lolly G, Freddie Patterson says 5 years says happy birthday. I like Fife. I nearly ended up there. I've got a lot of friends in Fife. I There's one or two places I'm going to car camp in Fife if I can get away with it. Uh, BMC Blaster, happy birthday for Falkirk. Oh, he's a bairn, the Falkirk Bairns. Uh, do you run your channel alone? Yeah, I'm afraid so. I do everything on my own. It fills my time. It's actually giving me something to do. I I really I really enjoy it. I try to do 2 videos a week. I've actually got a wee bit ahead, but I do all the acting myself, and that, of course, all the editing. It's Once you learn to do it, it's no bad. I can't pronounce that. Somebody for Germany. Leila, Evelyn, Scootin, happy birthday. I'm going to get hell. I'm pronouncing all these wrong. I was never the best reader. Oh, magic. Somebody for South Africa. Leila, I've got a mate. He moved to South Africa when he retired. Okay, Corrig. Are there some Scottish accents even you can't understand? Yes. But you pick them up quick enough. Huh? I may say down here we speak a version they call it Galloway Irish because we're so near Ireland. And they've got their own language. But you pick it up quick, didn't I? Uh, how you feeling, Mike? Happy birthday. Oh, some of the stuff that you're putting in here, it's uh, Sea of Solace, how you run your channel. I'm doing an amazing job, thank goodness. I'm glad somebody appreciates it. Okay, no, I've never said it. It's difficult. Tears my head sometimes when with the technical stuff. No need for the spam. Uh, the spam. Yes, I monetize my channel. I was going to monetize this, but I took it off. I've got enough trouble with this tonight. Uh, Keegan Lockwood, happy birthday, Mike. Uh, how's my day been? Uh, Morag walking. She had a good walk this morning, and basically, I've not been doing much. Been doing a bit of cooking and just keeping my head down. What's your favourite drink? I've not really got one. I've got a collection of whiskies. Every now and again, I'll buy another whiskey. I Other than that, I drink a lot of black coffee. That's Guinness. Paul Davison, get your transient. Yes, a wee meal demo. Not tonight, not tonight. Uh, I just wonder what to do next with the Transient. I enjoy using that wee one, but with doing the bigger meals, I sometimes wish I had a 25, one of the bigger ones. I might get around to trying to cadge one off them. Uh, Jonathan McDade, Paul Davison, not from Auchencairn, are you? Is that where you are for Paul? Auchencairn? I think you're up that way somewhere. Hey Pearson, good day, Uncle. How have you been? Who's your favourite actor? Uh, well, Connery, of course, was a good one. I actually met him at one time before he was famous. That's another story. I think it's repeatable, that one. Uh, there was one guy I liked, but he's not about anymore. His name will come to me. I've not got the memory I used to have. Uh, no, Paul Davis is for Maybole. Another Maybole. Hey, wait a now. The guy got me on TikTok, Christian. He's for Maybole. Maybe you can him. Uh, Hope I continue, of course. Hello from, oh, aye. Hello from Colombia. I don't know if that's Colombia, it's supplying my gear or uh, what have you. I've heard it's Colombia, US of A. There's some lovely places to wander in America. I think you've really got it. Ever been to USA? No, I've hardly been out of Scotland. I've been to England a few times and Ireland. I've even been to Wales. Been to Germany once. That was on my honeymoon. Hello from Aberdeen. Polly P. Have you ever been to Dundee? Of course I've been to Dundee. I used to ken a lassie for Dundee, but that was a lot of years ago. And I know a song about the Dundee Weaver. Well, wait now, it's a wee bit racy. I better not sing that. Oh, Dixie Dean. Aye, we met in Garrison a while back. Aye, nice one, mate. Grace Wilson, happy birthday. Gary Cameron. Uh, Cuptex YouTube from Austria. When did it, James Edward, when did I get into YouTube? I started doing this channel about this beginning of COVID. No, but as we were coming out of COVID. But I've been on YouTube for long enough. Karen Litton, my dad and I are going to attempt to make your chicken supreme. This coming, yeah, saying they're going to try and make the chicken supreme. Our dad and her put more mushrooms in it. Okay, more mushrooms. It works out and get a good quality chicken supreme, a good quality chicken pie mix. The best one that you can get, £2.50, 3.50 if you can get it. Have you been to South Africa? No. My father-in-law was there during the war when he was learning to fly. He loved the place, spoke highly of it. And as I say, one of my colleagues went there when he retired. Yes, Catherine, more mushrooms. That'll do it. Uh, and if you're making it a big container, remember to do, if you're doing it for yourselves, make the rice separate. You put the chicken supreme on a bed of rice, and that's the way to do it. Brilliant. Ah, Scotsland, happy birthday, legend. Thank you very much. Uh, Craig Brown, hope YouTube are paying you well. I'll be honest, I'm not even breaking even, but it's like that. I, you don't make the money you think you do. Although I know people who do. We've got a guy who lives on in the village. He does the hoof doctor. He's making big bucks on it. Johnny, happy birthday! 75 years young. Oh God Almighty! I've inspired the 70-year-old David Williamson. It's ought to come. I I can't pronounce that. Anyway, I love the video. Grandpa back, happy birthday. Your video help you win. Stop there. They send you to sleep, do they? See 60. How are you back? How are you today? Uh, keep being myself. Stop making videos. We love them. And never stop. There's no blinking way I'm going to stop making videos. I have no intention. Even if I get bad news at the hospital in the morning, hey, there's an idea. I wonder if I could smuggle the camera into the hospital. No, better no. Take it seriously. Uh, have you any hikes or camps planned? The hikes I'm doing, the camps, no, at the moment. Let's see what the doctor says. But the hikes are going to be short ones. I did a hike on Friday, which you'll see maybe in a week and a bit. And I've got to say, it was a wee bit strenuous. It was a stupid one to do for my first one. Only 2 miles. It took me 2 hours, but I climbed something like 400 feet in that time. Up the side of a waterfall. It was beautiful, but I was absolutely blinking knackered. Uh, but I've had a look and I'll be doing more. I know I'll be able to do shorter walking videos with Morag come what may, but I'm expecting to be hospitalised. We'll see what happens. I'm not going to jump the gun. And if I'm hospitalised, it won't be for long. Ayrshire camper, keep up the great videos. Now, I think I've met you. I'm not sure. Happy birthday from Spain. Looking sharp as always. Come on. This is my working gear. I walk about the village like this. Uh, Patricia DZ. Happy birthday from Washington, DC. Aye, Scotland. Aye, I like the way it's Scots land. I'd be running up the hills. Aye, if I get a few stents in, I will be running up the hills. Aye, that's what I'm hoping for. It's a no-brainer, that operation, but if I get that, I think that's all I need. But it's up to them to tell me. Aye, Ralph Lauren, happy birthday. How long have you been camping? I started camping when I was in about 15. I so maybe done one or two camps before that because it was in the edge of the Pentland Hills, and we just go away to the Pentlands and just make a bivvy and camp in that. I it's when you've been brought up in the country, and remember I was back in the 50s and 60s. Things were different, and there wasn't the pressures. You got away with murder and that, You go up the woods and just set up camp and have fires and that. And, we're talking 10, 12-year-olds saying fires. They've all carried knives. I carried a sheath knife. Uh, we didn't have things were a wee bit better back then. Well, I think anyway. Uh, that's Donnie Walker, Scotland. Says it's getting a wee bit dark up there. Uh, she's just a wee bit up country. I've got lights set up for if the light goes here. Uh, yeah. Oh, some of your names are worse than mine for trying to pronounce. So, greetings for Poland. Aye, some cooking gear, I'm sure. Somebody came from Poland. Some of that Trangia stuff, it was ex-army stuff. Uh, and Jonathan McDade's saying to Don, yeah, sun has already set here. Yeah, it has set. I just looked up. Aye, Don twigged to me. She said, aye, I knew you'd have lights. Jonathan McDee, a wee drop of telescope. I need to wet my whistle. Ah, yeah, yeah. Hmm. Oh, oh, I just chose the telescope of the night. The Glenmorangie, which actually worked in the Glenmorangie distillery at one time. I used to service firefighting equipment, and I used to do that contract twice a year, go up to Tain. So I got shall we say, I got a flavour for Glenmorangie. 17, 18-year-old, and they sent me to do the business, and I got set up. The manager hands me a half glass of whiskey. You better put some water in that. It was the stuff out the still. God almighty, I had drunk about three-quarter a tumbler of whiskey. 18-year-old. And I was meant to be driving back to Aberdeen that night. No blinking way. Aye, I can remember your names. Aye, it done that to me. All part of the fun of growing up and being an apprentice. Oh, see, Shokalava, happy birthday. And I'm getting smileys and what have you now. Took me long enough to learn to use them. A ANG, that must be Angie. Happy birthday. Ellery Thomas, happy birthday. Uh, aye, Jonathan McD, you ken about four shots. No, this is, they call it Pundy in the distilleries. They call it Pundy. There was another one I went to. Well, it's all part of the same group, McDonald and Muir. They had doing it at Leith, and they had four or five bonds, four high. And every time you went through a bond door, you got a glass of Pundy. And folk wonder how I learned to drink. Oh, that's just how it is. Who's this? Scotsland. They could be doing a wee bit of camping next year in the summer months. Starting the summer months, take it easy. I've named some good places to go first. I would say always go to a campsite first, preferably one that's not too far away from the shops, because you'll forget something. I still do. Like the one I just put up today, that's a great one, but it's a wee bit far away. It's like a wild camp when you get there. You each get your own bay, and you're only 10 minutes for Stranraer. If things go wrong, you've got everything in Stranraer. The same with that Hensel that you're only quarter of an hour for Castle Douglas if you lose anything. And again, it's like a wild camp. There's all these things. Master Mark, I'm not saying that. Master Mark, shut up. Come on. He's for the Netherlands. You can blame the Netherlands for that, no me. Uh, Hela Erika from Denmark. Erskeda. Uh, Holly H from Cornwall. Francis Martella from Ireland. My grandfather came from Ireland. Well, on one side, the other one's Scottish. And just to keep you folk south of the border happy, I do genealogy. I'm 1/16th English. Graham Andrew, another congratulate me for another trip down the Mennick Pass. He's going to the Mennick Pass next week. He should be all right for the midges. I believe the midges are dead. But if there's any chance of the midges, get away from the burn. Even folk in camper vans get it. Villa Silversino from Sweden. Julie, happy birthday for Germany. AM from Rugby. What are you drinking? I've told you. It's Talisker. It comes from Skye, the early Skye. I've been in that distillery as well. Mm, No work in it, but I actually I went there for a visit. I've been in quite a few distilleries for a visit. Even been in the weest one, Edradour. I like Edradour, but I think it's well known that I'm into. Well, I was into running a still. I had my own still. I had two at one time. Sold one to my mate. These wee air stills. They cost about £200, and you can make really good stuff, and it's cheap. You can make it for about £3 a bottle, and it's no dangerous. It's quite legal. Well, it's no legal, but they didn't charge you unless, of course, you're selling it. If you're a bloody idiot and sells it, you deserve to be charged. But anyway, that could be something. No, I better, I better not do that. Well, it is on YouTube, so I can do. Maybe I'll do that. I also make mead. I'm very good at making mead. I actually looked at doing it for a business at one time. I aye, that's how Jonathan McGee knew what it was about. He worked in Springbank and Auchentoshan, and he lived in Loughfroyd and Tormore. Aye, I thought that guy knew about whiskey. The thing that he'd be running is a wee bit bigger than what I run. I think for you students going away to university, if you've had one of these in your digs, you could keep yourself in booze. Now you're no meant to go to university just to drink, but I know damn fine that it's got to be a very important part of your life. Now the stuff that they make in the still, it, it's very good. I wouldn't say the whiskey's the best, but you get a damn good rum and a really good vodka and gin. You get a very good gin. Uh, it's something to think about, and it's easy to do. It's idiot proof. I manage it. Anyway, what's happening here? Elsa, Elisa, sorry, not Elsa. Uh, Jonathan McDee's on a bit of whiskey again. Homestill can make a great wee gin. Gin's very easy. Nowadays, it's all made with sugar, and once you get that, you water it down and you add an essence. And you can drink it right away, and there's no way of getting poisoned because you're making it with sugar. Hope you're enjoying your day. How come it's still soft and bright over there? It's a camera. I'm amazed at it. I Yeah, it's a camera that's making it bright. I was really worried about this. I did some experiments, and I've got a big light there in front of me. If it gets too dark, I've also got a light above us. It's not dark enough for it. Actually, where I'm sitting, this is out in my yard, and I've got a canopy I can bring out of the top. And behind where the camera is, there's a brazier. That's a big fire. Uh, Emma Ann, happy birthday from London. I lived in London for a wee while when I was training to be an engineer. Great place. Our digs were there, the pub was there, and there was a nurse's home there. We had a great time. I enjoyed London. When you're young, enjoy it. Uh, Borossi from Germany. And of course, I don't sell my mead. Now, mead is idiot proof to make. It's very, very easy to make. And don't be kidded, you use the most rubbish honey. Uh, 4 jars of honey, I'll make a gallon of really sweet stuff. 3 jars, I'll make a dry one. That could be something that I could do. Okay, somebody remind me, and I'll do that because it's so easy to make. And that does have a kick in it. There is a few stories in it. Mead was drunk on honeymoons. That's why they call it a honeymoon, honey in the mead. And young couples, that's what they lived on. This is in olden times. Happy birthday from America. Uh, See, I have a buddy, he makes his own mead as well. Uh, and even raises his own bees. I had bees at one time. Uh, when Isabel was alive, that was my wife. When she was alive, we had a load of bees. Oh, no meant to smoke. Somebody from Cardiff, Wales. All the best. I've been to Wales a couple of times. Barry Island. I spent a week in Barry Island. That was when I was a young man again. Oh, we had a great time. Ended up in the swimming pool drunk. Here's another guy. I had a friend who made mead. He used to bring it to parties. Mead, if you make the longer version. By the way, in this day and age, you can make mead in 6 weeks because I've got something on the internet. Modern mead making made easy. Try try that modern mead making made easy. It's an East Lothian beekeepers thing, and you'll get my old recipe there. But if I get reminded, remind me, and that's something that I will do for you, because it's easy, and you can also make easy wines now using fruit juices. I've been doing that, and some of them are quite good. Some of them rubbish. Yes, Dawn, I have travelled a bit. I've been all over. My job took me all over Great Britain at times, doing liaison work. Uh, but as I say, that was another life. Zen and Zul, two names that I can pronounce. Happy birthday. I'm so cute. Come on, fruity. Happy birthday from Australia. Throw a few back for us. Yeah, I don't know many Australian stories. Uh, I know what. I had an ambition to go to Australia and fish for the barramundi. You know, be on the side of a river, getting the tinnies in the in the river and just fishing. And who was that comedian that you had? Kevin Bloody Wilson. I like him. He was good. Alice. Who the is Alice? No, I'm not allowed to swear. Francis Martella saying Australia seems cool. I thought it was a warm place. Santiago Paris. Happy birthday from Los Angeles, California. Happy birthday from Florence. Now that is a lovely place. Ah, God's given me these mojos, I think you call them. Kevin's a legend. Enjoy the day. Uh, Aye, yes, Australia is warm. Sending best wishes from Ireland. Orla Donovan. It's a lovely name, that. I like Irish names. Yes, it's great to see people from the world are watching the channel. It just shows you the power of the internet. And I believe that I can. Yeah, how's that? Somebody comment. Is that all right? Uh, Nice light. It must be all right. That's the light I use in my when I've got the canopy out. Ah, right, thanks, Jonathan. That's the light working. Everybody's going, what the heck's that mojo? It looks wonderful. Well, I've got an even bigger light facing me in case that'll be all right with that. I might have to wave my hand occasionally to keep it going. I don't know. Francis Marshall sent me a light bulb. Uh, Toya, happy birthday from Germany. I went on my honeymoon to Germany, Rudesheim on the Rhine, up the Drosselgrasser, drinking wine. A Finnick was worth 12 and a half pence, and you could get a bottle of wine for a pound, 8 Finnecks, and you could get a bratwurst for 2.5 Finnecks. Hmm. So one time I've been abroad for a holiday, I enjoyed it. Yeah, good. Uh, Game bosses, happy birthday from Kent. From Kent is for New Zealand, and Jim, happy birthday for Canada. Bratwurst, the greatest food on the planet. I wouldn't argue with that. Don Donny is saying she likes bratwurst as well. Obviously, been to Germany, I had a great time there. From Sahara. Oh, somebody's in the Sahara Desert. Francis Marshall. Any stories from the Sahara Desert? I I had a mate, one of my father's mates. He had been there during the war, and he always spoke about chasing the Bedouin females. I I can't think of any offhand. Well, I can usually pick something up that I've been told. Happy birthday from Spain. Love the video. That's Naco Arriba. Uh, Rude Runner, happy birthday. It's Ruud. Uh, and Feliz from Spain. Rocky, hi. And Moji Assenhouse Morag, she is in the living room watching the couch. I was just looking up. Brendan was up in the window and a minute ago. Ah, how was your? No, I don't know what that is. Have you ever lived outside England, Mike? Hey, watch it. I'm in Scotland. I'm Scottish. Full time. I've never lived outside Scotland. Uh, I got the chance to go into Wales and live, but things weren't right at the time. I got offered a good job in Wales. I would really have enjoyed that, but no, it's always been Scotland for me. Even on holidays, I very rarely go outside Scotland. I really like I really like my own country. I've holidayed in Ireland a couple of times. I've been to England a few times. Now, Nico's asking whether I'm Celtic or Rangers. I hate football. I detest football, but one of my grandfathers on my father's side's uncle, so that would be my great uncle, was a founding father of Celtic. I've never been to a football match in my well, I've been swimming. I was running a swimming club and we had to kill time between races, so we went to this football match, and that was enough for me. I don't like the, shall I say it, bigotry that's round football, especially these two teams. We've always managed to avoid it in our house. And happy birthday. Okay, I can see we've got them, man. Francis Martella up the Celtic. Aye, okay. Right, I'll give you that. Anybody got it coming for Rangers? The local team when I was brought up was Hearts, actually. How do you feel about Scotland and the Rugby Cup? Now, I've been to a few rugby matches. Murrayfield was just down the road from where I lived, and I used to go to the internationals. Uh, yeah, I preferred our school played football, and when we started playing rugby, it was a football team that got into it. I so I like watching rugby if it's something good, if it's something really good. Gustav Kleist, happy birthday! Thanks, Gustav. Are you still enjoying YouTube? Scott's like, of course I blinking am. I wouldn't be doing it if I wasn't. It's not for the money because, as I said, I'm not even breaking even. I might say, well, the gear I've got, I might start to break even now. But, you know, I enjoy it or I wouldn't be doing it. Charlie Phillips, sorry I'm late. Happy birthday. What's the favourite place you've been to? Oh, that's hard to mention. Hard. It would be somewhere up north. Definitely somewhere up north. I used to do a lot of holidays up north. I I've always had the hankering to go somewhere hot just for a holiday. But I've never, I think I had a passport away back in '73 and that's it. Uh, Happy birthday from Denmark and Zoe from London. Ah, happy birthday from LFPI or LFPL. I don't know where the heck that is. It's somewhere fun. Maybe it's maybe it's in England or somewhere like that. What drinks do I have on the go? I've been actually doing it quite easy. I've not actually distilled in about 2 or 3 years because I've got about flimming 10-gallon, 56% proof hidden away, and anytime anybody asks me for a pressie, I'll take it out of that. I've got some wine that I made with grape juice. Uh, as I say, I'll let you see how to do that. It's easy. In this day and age, making these simple wines is idiot proof. I talk straight. It is idiot proof to make wine now. You make a gallon in 6 weeks. Emma Jensen, hello there, Emma. Uh, Katrina, happy birthday from Denmark. Hope I'm having an amazing day. It's been a good day, especially when I got this channel going. I was worried that it wouldn't happen. I worried about it all day. I think I know what to do now. Happy birthday from Spain. Oh, Gelio Lopez, Bino. Happy birthday from South Africa. I hear the fishing's good in South Africa. Happy birthday from Sweden. I've not been fishing in a while. At one time, that was my main interest, but you can't get the type of fishing I like down here. You've got to travel miles. Oh, at long last, Emma Love from Switzerland. Uh, One of my pals, he moved to Switzerland. Then he moved to Norway. Now he's in Spain. It's Bishop Alistair and Malta. Iteris. Ah, he's from Malta. Thank you, friend. Thank you. Vic in Germany. I wonder how many of these guys are in the army over there. Uh, Happy birthday, Looney Gamer from Houston, Texas. Roy Kavanagh. Oh, you're from Edinburgh, my old hometown. Good place to be. Ah, okay. The camo animations. I don't look a day over 30. Thank you very much. You're my friend. And Matt Heyman's in for Australia. Happy birthday from Teesside. Aye, I've got some mates there in Teesside. And somebody from Ghana, West Africa. Calabar Lamp watching from Ghana. Some lovely places in this world. What would they say? Turkey, Anna, what would you say was the best decade of my life so far? It's hard to say. I've really enjoyed the 10 years. Well, no, really. There's there's no really been a time when I felt every in life. There's no time when everything goes straight. The '70s and the '80s, maybe. Alice in Switzerland, Sofa Antonio. Somebody saying I look about 40, and somebody think But chef from Glasgow, you can ask him what football team he supports. Legacy Inc. from Middlesbrough wish me a nice night. A lot of people coming in for Switzerland. Life passes too quick. It's slowing down a bit. Oh, I can't pronounce that, but it's somebody for South Sudan. South Africa again. Of course, they're on the same timeline as us. Poland, Netherlands, Christian Opsman. Hi. I can't pronounce that. Have a good day. Christian Oxman. Now you were higher up and it was you I couldn't make out. Greetings from Finland, another one of my favourite countries. Great people, I've read all about you. The Netherlands. Yes, I do appreciate the universe. That's Ori Donovan. It's saying how amazing that people coming from all over. This is the power of the internet and YouTube in particular. Uh, Maki Vanda from Hungary. Phil for Germany. Oh, Singapore. That's a new one. KJ, Kilo Juliet from Singapore. Rupert, thank you, my mate. It's nice to see the world appreciates me. Oh, Venomir, big hugs for Berlin. And somebody in for Norway again, Sweden, Spain. Oh, somebody for England. Now look, I've nothing against English. Your beer is very good. That's what I like going down to England for. And there's a village near here along in Annan, they get a load of English beer in, and it's blinking good. Some of the real John Smith stuff. Yeah, I like English beer. Nothing wrong with English. Uh, a good film in Finland called Suki Suzu. You will like it. Yes, I said you. I'll see if I can find that. Poland, Romania. That's a new one. Kotzoi, Kotzoi. Nappy dog is here. Keep going with alcohol. Just silver. Aye, well, as long as you didn't overdo it. I sold one of my stills to one of my mates. I'm afraid he overdone it. It was too easy. It was too easy uh, to make. Elliot King moving to Scotland end of the year. You'll enjoy it up here. They're friendly enough folk. I think this light's going to give up. Uh, just give me a second and I'll put the big one on. I know it'll last. Right. Oh, how's that? Maybe too bright. I'll switch the other light off. Yeah, that's all right. That's that light or low. Uh, the famous Scottish big light. Aye, the Aurora Borealis. Happy birthday for England. Somebody having a go at my moonshine. Well, the secret of being able to drink whiskey and beer at my age, it's quite simple. Work, pay everything into the pensions. Don't don't scrimp on putting money into your pension. Uh, the state pension here is no bad, but you really need to. I paid into everything. Elliot King going to hopefully get some mountain biking and wild camping and up in Scotland. It's a country for it. Round here especially, you've got the Galloway Forest. And the Galloway Forest, there's everything there. You can follow it with the wardens occasionally, the rangers, I do. They get a wee bit mixed up with what the law is, but most landowners do. But all the best from Germany. Hello, Germany. Aye, that was a great holiday I had in Rudisheim. Uh, have I been to Glen Ochre? I think I have. You feel like the Soviet Union, Soviet Union. No, no, no. That's getting a wee bit political. I've got friends in the Soviet Union. I won't ask them what they think of the present situation because they're friends. Well, she's from Denmark. As I say, Elskeda, would you like to travel? What country would you like to travel to? Well, when I was younger and fitter, always fancied traveling to Canada and just, getting the fishing rod, the pack, and a rifle on my back and just go up the woods and just live for 3 or 4 weeks. Or as I say, go to Australia and fish for the barramundi. Happy birthday from North Korea. Eh? You're allowed? I'm allowed to be in North Korea. Oh, gee whiz. That is an honour to be allowed to be in North Korea. Uh, know any words in Spanish? Soy cerveza, por favor. Canada's just a big Scotland. Uh, I was speaking to my cousin today. Her laddies went over to live in Canada. He absolutely loves it. He's something to do with the railways. Uh, wishes from GB. Poger someone. Snorlax. Hello, my man. Love hearing my stories, NK. I'll keep doing the stories if I can remember them. I've got a very bad memory. Very, very bad memory. Uh, but you can remember things for your childhood easier than no, than you can for yesterday. What's the biggest fish you caught? I fished for pike for a wee while. I don't like fishing for pike. They're vicious creatures. I've had 20 pounds. And with the carp fishing, I've had near enough 30 pound. But that's carp fishing for you. And I'm just sorry I can't do that anymore. Have I ever camped near the Cairngorms? In my younger days. In my younger days. I There's an easy campsite to reach is at the top of Loch Lomond, uh, Ben Glass, or I think it's Ben Glass, a name like that, just at the top of Loch Lomond. Now that's a good one for you to start. The reason being is it's well laid out. You can get some camper vans in, but you know it's hard to drive into. But it's got a pub on site, and they do meals. Now that's a good place for a first one. Canada in there. Happy birthday from the US of A. It's a big country. The one thing I fancied the USA was the maybe doing that road trip across the country. That's something I've always fancied doing, is a road trip from Johnny Groats to Land's End. Emily Johnson, are you a vet? No, 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 I'm not a vet. I was brought up on farms. I and did all sorts of things in my life. I was in house management at the end. Uh, I was a house manager liaison officer, working in, shall we say, the more the tougher areas, and I dealt a lot with cultural and ethnic minorities. Uh, hence picking up other languages. I enjoyed it, but I'll try to leave that behind me, and I won't tell any stories about that because the people are still alive. Do you have any meet cute stories? Probably, if I knew what that meant. Let's see, well, what kind of work did I do when I was younger? Everybody in my village went into the paper mills. I didn't. I went into a butcher shop for 3 or 4 months. Then I started serving my time as a fire protection engineer, working on fire equipment, firefighting equipment, and that. I tried to get in the fire. Well, I was in the fire service. I was in the auxiliary fire service. That was for the nuclear war. But things change and what have you. I worked in the forestry for a wee while in 73, and then of all things ended up with paper mills. I did 12 years, so that was great. Shift work though. But then I went into housing and worked my way up for estate caretaker into being a manager. Uh, Educationally, I didn't do well at school. I'm dyslexic, and that sort of holds you back. But when I went into housing in the council, they put me in an education course. The job I had a budget, and I managed to become a member of the Chartered Institute of House and then got a degree. If I'd had that when I left school, the world would have been my oyster. I don't know what I would have done. Somebody asked about more like, oh, she's doing fine. I just found out today there's a new person in the village. Well, the next village, it does dog, dog parlour stuff. I So she'll be getting a wee trim. Can you play any music? I'll say no. Uh, I can knock a tune out. I've got a baritone ukulele, which I can play, and I can knock some Scottish tunes out the tin whistle, but not enough to get up on the stage. I do it for my own happiness. It's all Scottish and Irish tunes I play. But my wife, she could hear a tune and play it. She was gifted. I was that is something. And she could draw as well, but wouldn't do it in front of people. Uh, have you ever been to West Africa? No, I've hardly been out of Scotland. West Africa. Oh, that's in. Aye, aye, aye. What sort of hobbies do I have? Well, this is my hobby at the minute. I was involved in a lot of things. I've had many hobbies. I kept bees, I fished, I I was into rifle shooting for a while. I shot at the national level. I have my club. I was a lifelong member of a swimming club. I was a good swimmer when I was young. And Grove Swimming Club in Edinburgh. I was their president for a while, and I'm now a life member. But that's what kept me whole, was doing things like that. I was also a member of the children's panel, so you bad boys and girls might have been up before me for a wee while. Uh, I've done all sorts of things. You've got to enjoy life. You've got to get out there. Everything I've done, it's been about helping people. I try to get the try to get the best out of it. Try to get the best out of it for people. And my big hobby at the moment's the listening ear in Dumfries and Galloway. This charity that I work for, that is that has given me a lot of a l it's really helped me as well. You're talking to lonely people and you're making their day, and they're making your day by talking to you. It's absolutely it's a great thing to do, and I can do it sitting here. I've just made a video. Well, you saw the video, it's on the channel. And I believe we've got one or two volunteers. That's what we've done it. Jonathan Day. Oh, well, people did watch the Listening Ear video. Over 1,000 hits. We give it a try. Sarah, oh, you should be doing your homework. You've got to remember about homework. I hated school. Well, being dyslexic, it was a 10-year sentence. Yeah, absolutely hated it. I But it's important to get qualifications. Get the qualifications when you're young, and then you can get a job that can pay for what you want to do. You know, your job pays for your lifestyle. It's all very well wanting to do this, that, and the next thing, but you can't do it unless you've got money in your pocket. So get out there, get some qualifica- get some qualifications, and use them wisely. I know you can't always get into after university. You can't always get into the career that you want, but you come away with a terribly good degree, and you can get you know you'll get something decent. I mean, say some of the young supervisors that we had in housing, they had absolutely fantastic degrees. One that I knew had applied for 36 jobs. And the only reason he got into the council was he went to see his mate one day uh, that was in the council. I said, "Here, there's a job in our bit. I'd apply for it." And of course, he told them what to say in the interview. But take every opportunity to get yourself qualified. Who's that for the Netherlands? Brittany Visser for the Netherlands. Happy birthday. Somebody wishing us all the best. Gypsy Rose Paper Magic. Gypsy Rose, eh? Gypsy Rose Lee. She was there, Gypsy. Everybody thought she was. Happy birthday from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Uh, Dane Verter Lee. Oh, somebody coming in from Egypt. Solomon Isa from Egypt. I'm I didn't make that out. I love you back. Okay. Uh, Oliver Loveman from Denmark. Ray Gilmore for the Isle of Man. Now, the Isle of Man's a great place. I had a holiday there. My daughter was born 9 months later. What gifts did I get today? Oh, it's 75. No, but did they get I got a few phone calls. Is that whiskey? I told you, it's Taliskers. Some folks say Taliskers isn't whiskey. It is grief whiskey. Hmm, it's quite a good whiskey. They say there's no bad whiskey, just better ones. Mary Hill, happy birthday for Mary Hill, mate. Aye, I ken Mary Hill. Now, Rodney Street, I ken that area. Aye, aye. Somebody commented on the moonshine. So many countries. Yeah, and somebody in from Newcastle as well. Aye, knew a lot of folk from Newcastle. When I was in the fire brigade, the Newcastle and Gateshead auxiliaries, they used to come up every year and do an exercise with us. Aye, and get steaming drunk with our Newcastle brown. Aye, I could tell a story about that. Well, no, I better not. I've never tried magic mushrooms. No, but I was at a druid thing one night and I went into this hut and the guys are brewing up soup with magic mushrooms. And they went for a walk later. Seemed like it was quite entertaining. I oh, it's not my thing. This person from Germany, they went to uni in Glasgow, lived in Scotland. Where would I like to visit? Loads of places I'd love to visit. Love it. I've actually got a hankering to go somewhere hot just once. Just once. I don't know. I don't know. Well, maybe not because, well, I nah, I'll leave that one. Happy birthday, young man, from the Blood Tribe Blackfoot First Nation. Guan, I can't pronounce that. There's somebody in Canada. Any advice after traveling 75? After turning 75? Ask me that at 85. This little lunatic, sub 2, he sent me. No, no, no. He's starting to get a wee bit rude. We wouldn't have any of that, lad. Come on. Uh, this little lunatic. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's using the N word. Uh, happy birthday. Hoping I'll have more adventures. I intend to. I intend to. You it's putting that rubbish up. You realise that this is being recorded, and YouTube are just liable to ban you for it. That's no nice. I won't go into it. I take it you can see what's coming up here because I don't know how this thing works. I take it you can see the comments that's coming up. Yeah, I had the same bother on TikTok, but I sorted that. Hear that, man? Well, you can see it. Aye, oh well. Birthday, oh, Leeds. Aye, I've been there. Lennart from Germany. What part of Ireland did you visit? Well, my grandfather's originally from a place called Balachi in Derry. He left there in 1909, but I believe I've still got loads of family there. That's where my surname comes from. There's loads of them there. But I went over for a drive round. It was all over Ireland. Just having a drive round. Uh, it was it was really interesting. I liked it. Uh, see, we got another idiot came up. Yeah, somebody wishing me an amazing birthday. Isabel from New York. Happy birthday. Yeah. What kind of music do you listen to? Uh, I'll be honest, it's mostly Scottish and Irish music and folk music. Really like folk music, but I like the traditional style of music, traditional folk music. Uh, I was a big fan of the Corries and the Clancy Brothers, and I used to go to the folk singing. Uh, when I was in the fire brigade, we sort of adopted one of the local hotels, the Loch Ewe in Edinburgh, and the folk singer there called Bill Bartley, and we all followed him. We were up there most nights, uh, sometimes when we weren't meant to be, and it was a great life, you know. I was just sorry I couldn't spell, or I would have got into the full time brigade. Really enjoyed that. That was 3 years I was in that before they decided that there was no more need for us to worry about nuclear war. Oh, we thoroughly enjoyed that. My mother said the only thing I learned in the fire brigade was to drink. I organised the 25-year reunion, and my mother heard about it. You're not organising something for them. They taught you to drink, and I thought, Mum, if you only knew the truth. My family were teetotal almost. Heather, yes, Heather. Is that half a pint of whiskey next to you? No, I told you, it's Iron Brew. I like Iron Brew. Oh, I really like Iron Brew. Well, that was fun. Uh, yeah. Have you a favourite football team? I said earlier, football's something I keep away from because in Scotland it's so sectarian, and that has never been my way. Our family, my father was one side, my mother was the other. My father's family were the same. And if you went into my grandfather's house in Winchborough, you're liable to meet the priest or the Protestant minister or the two of them. It was open house. People were welcome, and there wasn't any of this bigotry. Even in, we've got Rangers and Celtic, and in Edinburgh we've got Hearts and Hibs. And Hibs is predominantly they'd support Celtic, gain half a chance, and Hearts, they say, is just Rangers supporters that can't afford the bus pass. I it's that is the main reason that I've avoided football because I just can't stand anything like that. I in my personal life, I although it's well known that I follow the Druid way of life, and I like the Druid stuff. I'm also involved with a number of different churches, and I serve as a chaplain for at least one organisation. I'm not a holy willy, but I could curse and swear with the best of them. But no, bigotry shouldn't be allowed. There's a guy, a lot of his family originally from Scotland and England. Well, as I said, I worked it out. I'm quarter, I think I'm quarter Irish and a 16th English, and the rest is pure Scottish. Oh, rugby on South Africa v Tonga. Well, I'll tell you, South Africa should win that. From what I've heard, I've not been watching it. You think from Italy, that's another rugby nation. Do you think Scotland should get independence? As a young man, I would have said yes. But again, that's politics. Let people choose their side. I'm very grounded. What I will say is, I think with all the shenanigans that's been going on in the Parliament, I think the SNP, that's the Scottish Nationalists, I think they've lost ground. I I think if we'd got independence back in the 60s and 70s, we would have been a great country. But now, I'm not so sure. Renewable energy, we're going to be very rich in it if it's done properly. We've still got some oil, but I think Scotland could make its way with renewable energy. We've got loads of water, loads of wind. We've got the bad things that make renewable energy. Plenty of hillsides that we can put. Yeah, I think we'd do well that way. But whether yeah, I've not made up my mind. I didn't vote in the referendum. Actually, I was attending a funeral that day, so I didn't vote. But I couldn't make my mind up. So that's my thing on that. By the way, I do like the guy. It's the new first minister. I do like him. But whether that would swing me in that direction, I don't know. Somebody for Germany. Do you ever go fly fishing? I was taught fly fishing by a member of the Scottish team, but I never really took to it. I was a bait fisherman. Have I any memories when I was young? Loads of them. When you get to my age, and I reckon your mind starts to go, you can remember what happened years and years ago. A load of good memories. Bar school, of course, which I absolutely hated. Uh, yeah, that was a 10-year sentence. In my days, if you couldn't spell, I you got that was 10, 20 marks off in an exam. And if your handwriting was crap, which mine was and still is, that was another 10, 15 marks off. So I was before I even started an exam, I was 20, 30 marks off. I It was the education system wasn't for me back then. But I believe if I went through now, I'd do quite well. I'd probably get the job that I wanted. I yeah, it's much better school-wise, it's much better now. Uh, Keep Venture, he also had bad writing at school. Is that a boast saying that it was the worst that the teacher had ever seen? I'll take you on with that. Actually, my dad could write all right, but my grandfather was terrible. Uh, who was your first dog? My first dog was called Smot, and it was born in a foxhole. I It was had been a sheepdog that had run away and was living in a they found it lived in a foxhole, and they got the pups out, and we got one. Have I camped in Wales? It's a wee bit far away. I've not even camped in England. I was looking at it, but bear in mind, I like the wild camping, and you can't really do that in England. There's no blinking way whatsoever I'm going into Cumbria. Uh, the roads are chock-a-block. They are they're no pleasure to drive on. I went to the Lake District years ago with my wife. We had a couple of nice holidays there, you know, 3 or 4 day holidays. And I actually looked at a bee farm down there. I But no, no, we'll stay up here. Do I go camping with my friends? I did when I was younger. I've got some camping trips. Well, we'll see what happens because, as you know, I've got a big appointment tomorrow. I And most of my mates and most of the other guys that are on this channel are on these channels. They like to get a wee bit away from the cars, and I can't do that. And I'll be honest, I'm even having bother. Well, the one that you saw, it went up. Did it go up today? I think it did. I I was only 25 yards for the car, and I just wasn't right. Uh, have you ever been to Denmark? No, no, no. But a lot of my mates did a thing with the boys' brigade. They went over to Denmark. That's how I knew how to say I love you, and probably a few words that I wouldn't dare mention because they were always at it. Uh, Dawn, well, Donny, she lives up in the Galway Forest, and she's saying it's very quiet up here in Scotland. It probably is where she lives, but there it is quieter than England. I'll say that. There's more room to breathe. What did you do for work when you were young? I said earlier, I did 3 or 4 months in a butcher shop. I served my time as a fire prevention engineer, fire protection engineer. Uh, what do you like to do most about living in Scotland? The scenery, breathing. You get up in the morning and you go like this. And if you can't feel wood, you know it's going to be another good day. Oh, aye. Sumo, says happy birthday, Mark. Do you ever need to talk to somebody? Yeah. Well, that's my hobby, isn't it? I listen ear, I talk to people. There's always somebody, and I take more I go out in the morning and afternoon, and I talk to everybody talks to each other in the village. Now that's what happens in a village. It's not like living in a town. You walk by people. In a village, you say, "Hello, how's it going?" Eh, And people for the village, they all talk and tell tall stories and tell lies about other people in the village. You know who I'm talking about. Yeah, they make up, and you see if they've not got a story to tell about somebody, they'll make one up. Will there ever be a meet-up? Yes, I'm planning one at the moment with Denson Ranger. I was speaking to him on Facebook today. Denson Ranger, the handsome stranger. He does most of his stuff. Well, he does a lot of his stuff close at hand. So I'll go to that even if I get bad news for the hospital. Uh, and sit. Oh, they do a bit of drinking, don't they? Oh, I can do that. I can actually drink, but I prefer not to get too heavily drunk. I go, what's that? Oh, I can't see that figure. I go out on a Monday night. There's a group of us go to the pub on a Monday night. That's the only time I go out. It's called the Stout Fellows Club, and we'll have 3 or 4 pints and a couple of nips, and that's when we tell lies and tell stories about everybody in the village and talk about all the scandal. We're all about the same age, 60s, 70s, and we'll have a good wee drink, maybe a wee bit, shall we say, staggery on the way home. It's a night out. Well, I don't think anything's going to be bad news tomorrow. I've had a good look at my readings and that. I when I I've been involved in the first aid all my life. When I was in industry, I run a treatment room, so I had advanced first aid, and I had a first aid certificate for 50 years until I retired. I was also, when I was swimming, involved in swimming, I was a coach. I had to do anatomy and physiology, and I've got a good grasp of what's going on. I'm pretty sure I know I'm going to be all right. It's just what are they going to do to make me better? Ah, yes. After a few nips, it is amazing how wobbly your legs get. Mine's get wobbly quite easy. Uh, and somebody's in for Gavin C from Johannesburg, South Africa, Joburg. That's I remember my father-in-law talking about Johannesburg. Uh, he liked it there. He always wanted to go back, uh, but he didn't make it. Happy birthday from Sweden. This is all the employees of this factory that make the transiers. They're keeping the numbers up for us. I bet it's them. It's got to be them. Leo Condol, loads of flimming mojos there. Is it mojos you call them? Dom Dom, happy birthday from Norway. Ah, yes, somebody from Tain. Yeah, he'll know about Morngie, Glen Morngie. And Hannah Mo waiting on your transient to come. Well, the transient is a good bit of kit on its own, and you can add to it. On its own, it'll do the job, right? On its own, it'll do the job. But the thing is, you can add to it. As you see, I'm using that gourmet frying pan a lot. I, but that's just because I'm camping out a car. I can afford to take all the gear with me. Uh, if somebody else order a Trangia, uh, what I will say is what you're eating in them. Hugs for Sweden. I I'm not a great lover of the boiling the dehydrated. I've not tried them in a while, and when I did, they weren't up to much. I'm a great believer in the ex-army rations. I These ex-army meals are very, very good, and they just boil in water. I As you said, I did a video with one, and that cost me £15 for a 24-hour pack, and it was 4,000 calories. That would have done me for 2 days. Have a look at them. If you're going camping, have a look at them. They're good quality kit. What kind of music do you like? I told yous, I'm a folk singer, and somebody in for the Shetlands. Scotland, we used to go to the folk singing a lot. Even when Isabel was with us, that was what we'd done. 2 or 3 nights a week, maybe more, we'd go to the folk singing. We saw some of the great bands. Uh, I've never been into pop music. Well, I'm lying, haven't I? I used to run a mobile discotheque, Saturn Mobile Discotheques, and used to do gigs in pubs and all the rest of it. That was before I was married. That was good fun. And we made the equipment ourselves, the amplifiers and the speakers. But that was back in the 60s. You cheeky bishop DJ Mike, that's Donny at it again. Will you indulge us one day? Folk singing? No. No, I've not got, well, I do occasionally burst into song. We have a burn supper here in Garrison. I did the address to the lassies last year. It was quite raunchy, and I ended up singing and getting everybody up singing. Uh, uh, somebody going to Japan representing Jimmy. I used to do judo when I was young. Uh, the the shooting club that I ran, one of the Taekwondo masters, Grandmaster Han Wong was a member. I'm still friends with him. I A lot of the martial arts guys, Kaz, uh, Aikido in Edinburgh, he was a member, and then Alan Scott, he did the wushu, and they were all members of the club. Uh, Elon Anderson, what should I do his 25th birthday in a couple of days? Enjoy it. Enjoy it while you're young. Get out there and behave yourself, but enjoy it. 3 favourite campsites? Well, that's easy, isn't it? The one that I've just been on, North Rhymes campsite. I Ben Glass, not just north of I just north of Loch Lomond. And oh, I'll tell you that hill end one I was on, that was quite good. That is very underrated, very underrated. And of course, Hensel, they're very underrated. Somebody wishing me many more. Oh, Do you have a PO box? No, 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 I'm not gonna do it that way. Uh, but I'm on Facebook, so I believe Messenger works. Yeah, it does work. Yeah, because I've had one or two. Chloe visited Loch Lomond last week. It's a lovely place, but as you say, it can be very rainy, very, very rainy. Uh, Good luck with the medical appointment. That'll be all right. I've no hassle with it. There's, it's going to be all right. Cheeky bugger. Fraser Sutherland, you only look like 74. I suppose it's an improvement. Yeah, Sarah, you better go and do your bloody homework then. Go on, be a good girl, and I'll see you next year. Or I'm going to come on at Christmas. I might come on at Christmas. Why not? Yeah, we'll do Christmas. And Don, where's that bloody wee dog of yours? We'll take that and Morag for a wander sometime. Ah, somebody else gave me trouble over my age. I could be your twin. I think I'd be pushing it at 30. I might get away with 65, but I've been told I can get away with that. Donations, if you look at any of my other my last video, there's a donation thing at the bottom. I'm going to wind that one up soon and go for I and put that money to one side and then just go for the coffee thing like they have on YouTube. I'm just wondering, how do you feel about it? I'm thinking, it was a Christian that started that thing for us to help get the caravan. Would anybody mind if I slipped him a few quid? I I'll do it in my own pocket if folk didn't think so. Do you celebrate Halloween? Of course I do. We call it Samhain in Scotland. Well, Samhain in the New Age world. I In the village here we do a ghost walk, and for 2 years running I've did a druid thing. But this year I've been asked to do a video. I And this is me testing the equipment, particularly the lighting equipment. I Yes, Halloween's still very important for us. Have you tried the coffee Guinness brew? Yes. Do I like it? No. I gave it away. Now, if you watch the video of me going to the sheriff's hut, no, the shepherd's hut, it was a while back, but you'll see it in the list. I went to a shepherd's hut for 2 days. I drank it then. And you'll realise at the end of that, I ended up in the hospital. And they gave me some of that morphine. It was no, I don't like that. I like Guinness as it is. Yeah, Samhain in Ireland too. Well, Ireland's got a great druid following. The 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 person who's in charge of the bards is St. Bridget, our bride, our bridie Kildare. So the very strong druid influence there. Tell you a hidden gem to visit in Scotland. Oh, there's not just one, there's loads of them. Absolutely loads of them. You go up to Edinburgh, you put to Princes Street, it's fully flaming holiday makers. I lived in Edinburgh and I was hardly in the centre the last few years. Dumfries and Galloway is great. Uh, I I live in the Soul in Dumfries and Galloway, a wee village called Garliston. There's nothing in it. There's a pub, there's a petrol station that sells diesel with a shop, uh, 2 campsites, none of them take tents. On your honeymoon, where to go in Scotland? Any places to visit and eat? Look, Edinburgh's good enough for that. Expensive, but it's good enough. If you've got a car, centralise yourself down the borders and just travel around, or even better, centralise yourself in central Scotland somewhere like Falkirk or Linlithgow, sorry, and travel around. Fife's nice. You go further north, it's nice, but there's less to do. And if you stick to the central belt, you get loads and loads of restaurants. Some people going to bed now. I think I don't know how long I've been running. I will call it a day at the 2 hour mark. Uh, is that Lovejoy or Lovell? James Maguire, happy birthday from Salisbury. See you early November. Must be coming up. Yes, it's been an interesting night. Must be a sign of the channel taking off, getting a stalker, getting an idiot. Or was there two idiots? Uh, you just get them. That's life. That's life. There's always somebody. Puerto Rico. Oh, we're still getting them coming in. Lanark. I have been to Lanark a few times. I used to fish there. I and also I had an aunt. No, it was Isabel's great aunt lived in Lanark. See what else is coming in. Anyway, good night. Thank you, my friends. Well, I don't know what we're going to do next. I'm going to go and I'm going to finish this whiskey. I might have another one. I I'm not going to. I'm not going to video tomorrow. That would be rude, and I just want to stay focused. I Although it'll be out of, if there's anything really worth saying, I'll try to make a quick video. But no, it's a cooking video on Wednesday, a walking video next Saturday. So if it's just anything no bad or just as we've spoken about, I'll put it up on the following Wednesday. I Good night, Donny. Give me a shout. What films you think we should watch? Well, you know what I'm watching at the moment, don't you? Hamish Macbeth. Hamish Macbeth. Wicker Man 1. It was shot around about here. My daughter actually did stunt riding in Wicker Man 3. Uh, Yeah, or I do my own edit. I do everything myself. Even making these cartoon things. I so that takes me a fair bit of time because I have to download them and I've got to sanctify them so I can use them. But it's all part of the fun. It takes me about, depending on the length of something, it takes me 6 8 hours to make a video. I It's all part of the fun. If it wasn't fun, I wouldn't do it. I'm fair pleased with this light. Official internet grandpa. Okay, folks, I think we'll call it a day at that. I've got to thank everybody for coming along and joining me, and just thanks. Brilliant. It's been a great experience for me. I'll do it again sometime. I'll definitely do it at Christmas, or I'll do another Christmas extravaganza. I'll definitely do it another time. Or, we don't know. If there's something special, I'll do it. Okay. Thanks very much, folks. I'll see you on.